All right, this is Dr. Storm Shannon here again, and we're going to go over in this video how to do a proper bird dog exercise. I'm going to show you from multiple different angles so that you can see what I'm doing, and I'll explain all of the details. You've probably seen this exercise before, probably heard it called a million different things. I've always referred to it and heard it referred to as the bird dog. So this is the one where you're on all fours and you reach out opposite arm, opposite leg, right? If only it were that simple. All right, so let's get into it. So first we'll go from here so you can see a little bit what I'm doing through my core and with my arms and my legs. So whenever I'm performing this, first and foremost, I'm going to be looking at the camera a lot, to kind of explain things. But in reality, when I'm doing the exercise, I'm going to be looking right between my hands. Not up, not with my chin tucked, just looking right between my hands as I go to perform it. From there, if you notice my back right now, if you see that curve in my back as it curves down, that's a big problem. And what people will do is a lot of times they'll even start properly with it straight, and then as they start to extend, it'll drop. So what we want to do is make sure we keep that straight the whole time. The way we're going to achieve that is by tightening our abs up. See how my belly just shrunk? Pulling that belly towards the spine, right? And then we're going to engage our glutes. So if I do those two things, my back flattens out. I should be able to do that and still talk. If I can't, then I'm using my diaphragm and not my abs, right? So, so make sure, point number one, we're looking between the hands. Points number two, pulling the belly bit in, tightening the glutes, flattening that lower back. So now, next big thing, my knees are hips width apart, my hands are shoulders widths apart, and as I reach out, they're going to stay at that. As I reach my leg, I'm not going to drift that leg towards my other leg. It's going to stay out. That's going to force my core to have to engage to maintain the position. If I bring it close, then I'm making it easier. I'm not forcing my core to have to do the work, which is what the whole point of the exercise, right? All right, so we're going to start. You should be looking between the hands. I'm going to be looking at you so you can hear me. We're going to tighten this up. We're going to flatten this out. My knees and my arms are hips and shoulders width apart. And then I'm going to reach out opposite arm, opposite leg. See how my back dipped? So I got to tighten that up, right? So we're going to hold. So from here, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Again, I'm talking to you, so therefore I'm not holding my breath. My diaphragm is not doing the work, right? So from here, one of the big things you'll notice too is you'll either sway or you'll shift your weight over to your other hip. Like I said, that leg starts to drift towards the other one. So we want to keep that level, keep that back flat, right? And then we bring it back down. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Leg out, arm out, maintaining that flat back, right? So we're holding that 10 seconds on this side. And we bring it back in. Boom, there's one rep. We're going to do that 5 times. If you need to, you can stretch it out, kind of doing some cat camels in between reps, right? You can shake the hips out a little bit if you need to, if it starts to bug you. Take a little break and then go into your next one, right? Tighten it up, flatten it out, right? Boom. Keep that hold. 10 seconds. Boom. And we're going to do the same on the other side. 10 seconds on that side, right? Till we get those 5 reps. So, show you a couple different angles of it too. See if it makes sense to you, but that's the goal, is we're trying to maintain all those things at the same time. So, if I'm coming straight at you, you can see with this, keeping the back flat, reaching straight out. See how my leg stays hips width apart, my arm stays shoulder width apart. I'm not drifting. I'm not shifting my hip, right? I don't want this. See how crooked I am? I want this. We want it straight on. And the same on the other side. Right? Cool. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. And that helps you out with the bird dogs. Super powerful exercise. Really doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot most of the time, unless you hit all of those little cues correctly. If you do, you should feel it in your abs, in your glute, with those muscles activating. So, play with it. Make sure you're hitting all the components correctly. Make sure that it's working for you. Okay?